Hello everyone, it's Robert with SparkFun Electronics, and this is your Friday new product post. We've got two things for you. We've got some new products, and we've also got the winners from our contest last week, so we'll announce that at the end of this video. But first, let's see what new products we have. Here we've got a new development board from Leaf Labs. This is the Maple. The Maple uses a 72 MHz ARM processor, and it has the same form factor as the Arduino. It's got the headers, so it can use an Arduino shield, and even the IDE is so similar to the Arduino that you can copy and paste Arduino code into its IDE with some minor modifications and use Arduino code directly on this development board. However, this board's got a lot more power and a lot more functionality than the Arduino. You've got a total of 39 digital pins, 16 analog pins, 3 UARTs, a JTAG header, and all the PWM pins are actually 16-bit, so you get a lot more resolution with controlling the PWM pins. And it even has a built-in LiPo charger and selectable power, so you can either use the LiPo battery, the USB, or the DC input jack right there. So if you're looking for a board that has a little bit more functionality and a lot more speed than the Arduino, you might want to check out the Maple. Some of you may remember the demo we did a while back with the MPR 121 Capacitive Touch Keypad. We've taken that keypad and we've actually made it into a form factor that will fit on the Arduino and made it into a shield. Because of this, we made it a little bit smaller, so we had to get rid of 3 of the touch pads, but we've broken those out into individual headers so you can still use those separately. We've got a little demo hooked up with the musical instrument shield so we can see what those two look like together. So here we've got everything hooked up. We've got some computer speakers hooked up to the output of the musical instrument shield. We've got power plugged into the Arduino, and we've got musical instrument shield stacked on Uno with the touch shield on top. On the table, we've got the copper tape laid down onto the table with wires going back to the 3 broken out pins on the touch shield. And when we press any one of these pads, we have a different tone. And each one of the copper pads on the table has a different percussive tone too. So this is just a neat little demo of how you can use the capacitive touchpad and how easy it is to get touch sensors. So here we've got a pile of all the different types of light pipe that we now have. We have them in 1-foot lengths, we've got them in 5-foot lengths, and we've got 4 different varieties of each of those, so a total of 8 different products. We've got them in this 6mm thickness, which is clear. We've also got it in a 3mm thickness that's clear, and then we also have a 6mm that has a white core, and then a 3mm that has a white core. And the difference between the clear and the white core is when you shine a light down the clear, it won't glow quite as much as when it has a white core down the middle. The white core will actually light up the same color as the light you're shining through it. Light pipe is essentially like a fiber optic cable combined with EL wire. When you shine a light at one end, it will travel through it, and most of it will end up at the other end, and you'll get some glowing of the actual wire. But it's completely passive. It's just an optical flexible tube. It's really all it is. So let's hook up a demo and see what it looks like. So here we've got a really simple demo setup. We've got an MP3 file that we're going to play on this phone, and it's going to play into the Spectrum shield, and that's going to split up into these LEDs that are connected onto the end of our 6mm white core light pipes. And you'll see each one of the different frequency bands light up and dim in concert with the music. So let's see what it looks like. So we can see that quite a bit of the light is actually transmitted through these pipes, and we could see some pretty cool projects made with this stuff. So last week we announced the very first ever new product post contest. The contest was to add up all the times I said basically neat or handy from January 1st on, add them up, send us the number. And if you got the correct number, you won some prizes. So the magical number that we were looking for is 81. I said a total of 81 times basically neat or handy in all the product posts from January 1st on. And if you don't believe me, here's a little montage. Basically, it's pretty neat. Basically, Basically really neat. Basically pretty neat. Neat things. Handy. Really handy. Really neat. Really handy. Basically a couple neat electronic handy. Really neat. Really handy. Really neat. Handy little. Really neat. Basically handy. Neat about it. Really neat. Basically the opposite. Neat. Pretty handy. Really neat. Pretty neat. Neat little. Pretty handy. Neat things. Neat little. Pretty neat. Handy. Really neat. Pretty neat. Pretty neat. Pretty neat. Handy. Neat. Handy little. Handy little. Handy. Pretty neat. Basically they're pretty neat. It's pretty handy. Basically neat. Handy, pretty neat. Neat. The neat thing, this neat, basically handy, pretty handy. Handy, basically pretty neat, really neat things. A neat little neat, basically really handy, handy, pretty handy, 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 neat, basically handy, pretty neat. So we got a lot of emails for this contest. We had well over 100 different guesses, and they ranged anywhere from like 30 to over 650. So we wanted to show you that we're serious, so we're going to kick it up a notch, and we're going to show you exactly what's going to go in all of these boxes for the winners. As promised, we've got the t-shirts. So we're going to throw some t-shirts in the boxes. We're going to add in some, I don't know, some Arduino Serios up in there. We've got some FTDIs. Sprinkle some FTDIs. We've got some LilyPad boards. There you go. They're going to get some of those. We've got some Olimex dev boards. There you go. They're going to get one. Maybe one over there. Some more Serios. And maybe another FTDI, a GPS, another Olimex, XP. Everyone loves XP, so why don't we throw some XPs in there, and just another couple boards for good measure. In addition, just like we said, everyone is going to get a poster. So we've got posters, we've got t-shirts, we got Serios, we have XPs, we've got all sorts of stuff. So this is what we're giving away for this contest. We're going to have a lot more in the future. So we wanted to show you that we mean business. So the next contest that we have, we want to see even more people enter, and we're going to have some even better stuff next time. So these are my top picks for this week, and congratulations to all the contest winners. We will be having more contests in the future, so keep watching. And as always, check out the rest of the product post on the website. We've got even more new products, and we'll see you again next week.